Hey, it is Friday, which means it's an episode of People Like You. My name is Emmanuel Osiseri, your online personal trainer and wellness coach. And today I met with a very special guest, Miss Jordan Winslow. So me and Jordan have been friends since I moved to Bakersfield for about 9 years now actually. And I've seen her grow, and she's going to share a little bit about her story, because Jordan has lost weight and her body's fluctuated up and down. And I remember one time, Jordan, I saw you after not seeing you for about 2 years at the church, and I was like, you weren't even recognizable. You had lost so much weight. So we'll get into that in a little bit, but go ahead and share about yourself and kind of introduce yourself first.
Well, hi, you already said it. I'm Jordan Winslow. I'm married to Randy Winslow, my amazing husband. We have one kid together, Samuel. He's 3, and that's just like a little about myself.
For sure. So, let's start with how your weight loss journey began. What got you to lose weight? Want to lose weight? What was your motivation? What was your inspiration?
Well, like all my life, my mom has like struggled with like weight,
right.
And so I guess she kind of like put that on me in a way. Like I've always struggled with like a little bigger, a little smaller here and there. And in high school, it kind of got out of hand, and I gained like a lot of weight, and I was reaching almost like 200 pounds. And I knew I had to like make a change and do something. And so I started doing all these like fad diets, and I would do Slim Fast and Atkins and eliminating things here and there. And I'd lose the weight,
right.
But then I'd gain it right back like
right.
3 months later and more.
Right.
And one time I was a sophomore, and I was like, I'm going to do this for real. You know, you're getting to the age where you want to like look good and feel good about yourself and go out and stuff, and I just wasn't at that place.
Right.
And so I just told myself, you know, I'm going to eat fruits, vegetables, beans, anything that's just on this earth that God provided for us. I'm just going to try to eat that stuff.
For sure.
And so I did that, and I just portion controlled for a while, and I lost like 80 pounds, and that's when you saw me.
Yeah, so that was the first time, right?
Yeah, that was the first time.
Okay, so that was first time, and then
in my 2 major.
Right. So I saw you, and like you said, you had you changed something up. Obviously, you lost a ton of weight. I couldn't even notice you when I saw you again. So I was like, wow, keep it up. So kind of go into what happened after that. Then what kind of
after that? Well, what you noticed when you were asking me if I worked out. I remember
right
that.
At the time, and you said
no,
right.
I didn't work out at all. I was just eating completely healthy, and at that time I didn't need to. Like I was content with where I was, because I know a lot of people don't have time to work out, and they're stressed like, how am I going to lose weight? I need to work out.
Right.
But that's not what you need to focus on at first. I think it's just the food.
Exactly.
But then after, it took probably about 4 years for me to start gaining weight back. And then when I had my son, that's when it all came back.
Okay, so there's a ton to unpack there. I want to go back to when you said that you didn't go to the gym. So this was maybe, I'll throw out a number, maybe 5 years ago. I remember I saw you at the church, and we were talking. We had a short conversation, and you said that you didn't enter into a gym at all. You didn't lift any weights. And so I remember back then, before I knew what I knew now, it changed like my whole like paradigm shift to where, oh my God, you can lose weight without going to the gym. So now, like to this day, that's like reshaped my whole philosophy.
Yeah.
And did you?
Yeah, no, I remember you were telling me that you were telling people, some of your clients or something like that.
Yeah, oh yeah, right, because I was still personal training at the time and everything too. So that's awesome. So you said that after that your weight gradually came on, you said about 4 years or so, so it didn't come back all at once.
No, not all at once. No, I gained like 20 pounds when I met my husband, and then after that I just got pregnant, and then life happened. So you mentioned right before we started recording that you're not a fan of fad diets, and neither am I. So we'll get into that shortly. But what was the change? Did you get tired of the food? Did life change? What kind of happened to where things started to kind of tail off after that? After the fad diets?
Yeah. So the first go around, you said it took about 4 years to gradually start to gain the weight back and everything. So yeah, what kind of led to that? Was it just happen naturally, get busy, or?
Naturally, just fast food was easier, and so I just started depending on that, and Yeah, just life happened, and I mean, I gained 20 pounds back, which I could have lost pretty quickly, so it wasn't as bad.
Right.
But it's because I had the baby. I
Right.
think pregnancy really, I gained like about 60 pounds for pregnancy.
Yeah, that's you know, you're like the third lady that I had on here that's either had a kid or about to have a kid or has had one within like the last few years. It's
Really?
just crazy. Yeah. So we have a ton of like data to go off of what's been working and what hasn't and stuff. So kind of take me into you start to realize fad diets didn't work.
Yeah.
And so your second go around now to where you're currently at, what kind of changed for you?
What kind of changed for me like now?
Yeah, so basically after the 4 years when you gained the weight on and you started to, you revamped up your program, you revamped up your eating, so what changed the second time around?
Just not doing it for dieting, I guess. Just trying to have a healthy lifestyle. After I had the baby, I wanted to lose a bunch of weight, like I said, for the second time.
For sure.
And me and my husband decided that we were gonna only go to healthy restaurants if we went out to eat.
Okay.
So we had like Panera and Baja Fresh and stuff. Those are the only places we went out to eat. No
Right.
fast food. That helped a lot.
Right.
And then I started preparing our meals. So I would like go to the store and then prepare them for a week for me and him, and that really helped too. So that when I was like, oh, what do I eat? I had something.
Exactly.
And yeah, just more plant-based and beans and rice. And
Right. So that's
less processed.
less processed. Good. I'm glad you said that because I'm starting to taper off processed fast food as well with what I'm eating. Maybe I'm about like down to like 1 or 2. Like this week I haven't eaten any fast food. Probably last week I didn't eat any
I
fast
wish
food.
I could say that.
Yeah, I know. So I mean, so to that point too, was it hard to kind of transition from eating fast food and processed food regularly to cooking at home, or like what was that transformation like?
It was very hard. It lasted for about 4 or 5 months. Now I'm, need to get back into it, need to all that. But I mean, we all have our struggles and stuff, and yeah,
Right.
that's how I'm trying to get back into it. But yeah.
But either way, I take it that you learned that it was small, because I teach small steps, gradually small steps.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't wake up and just drastically change everything at once, did you?
No. I started with, good that you mentioned that. I started with just not having sugar and not having like processed stuff. I think is what I started with, just the big things, no-nos.
Okay.
And then just drinking a lot of water.
Nice.
Starting with little things.
Nice, perfect. Dude, this lines up great with my philosophy. So I want to kind of dig into the no sugar thing, because I had my friend Yasmin on a couple episodes back, and she doesn't eat sweets at all. So I was just like we were just at her baby shower, and she really like doesn't eat sweets
Wow.
instead of junk food. So it's crazy. What was that? When I've tried to lose sugar, I've had like crazy withdrawal symptoms, like
Oh yeah.
even cutting it a little bit.
See, sugar I feel like is easy for me to cut, but it's the coffee. I can't give up
Okay.
coffee.
Okay.
So
See, I'm opposite. I don't drink
that-
coffee, but I'm a
But
sugar
I like
guy.
sugar with my coffee, so then that will be hard.
Right,
now.
right, for sure.
But yeah.
Okay, so what are about fad diets, right? You mentioned a little bit that you don't believe them. I don't believe them as well. I don't think they're sustainable. I think that you saw that for yourself in your own experience as well too.
Mm-hmm.
What did you learn in your process as far as like that first go around with weight loss?
Oh, a lot. I did a juice diet. I lost so much weight and then gained it back like in 3 days.
Wow.
I would do slim fast diets because that's what my mom always did. Slim fast and some snacks and the little meals that you pop in the microwave.
Right.
And I lost a bunch of weight and then I just gained it all back.
Right.
Atkins, same thing. I don't know about the keto, but fad diet.
I've done the same. I mean, I've done the keto. It's pretty much the.
Yeah, it's just, it would never work. I'd always gain the weight right back, and same with my mom.
Right.
And so I think just eating real food, not stuff that you pop in the microwave, not easy stuff, just real and portion meals.
Portion, yeah.
Simple,
Right.
just what you can do.
Right, for sure.
Not making it too complicated.
Exactly, simplicity. I'm so glad you said that as well too. I'm working personally on this portion size control thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not a big fan in restricting what people eat so much as how much they eat. I think a calorie is a calorie, and so I mean, even if you eat too much fruit, you can gain weight.
Yeah.
You know, it's just about how much are you eating, hitting certain calorie numbers and stuff like that. So I want to talk about with weight loss and going on a weight loss journey and making these changes that you've gone through. How important has family, environment, your husband, your family have been in like supporting you? Because I can take it, you know, there's times where it's not easy, right? You know,
Yeah.
and so how important has like your friends and family been as far as like supporting stuff?
Well, at first I think it's kind of hard because everyone has to get used to the change.
Right.
I live with my mother-in-law, so she cooks a lot of good Persian meals,
sure.
rice, and
I've had some of that.
all that yummy stuff. And so it takes a change to kind of tell people, you know, I'm gonna just start making my own food and my own meals, and it takes a little bit of adjustment, but they are very, very supportive.
Yeah.
And my husband, like I said before, he will always go out to eat where I want to go, go
Right.
to the healthy places.
Right.
He sacrifices that. And we kind of just build each other up through that. We go to the gym together now.
Nice.
And so, like, he'll help me with the weights, and I'll support him with cardio,
Nice.
what we struggle in. So it's really helpful to have that support.
For sure, for sure. So I'm glad you brought that up. It's a perfect segue. I wanted to talk about your exercise. So this time around, or now you're, do you have an exercise program in place? Or?
Well, I mean, I was. It's kind of like
Off and on?
off and on now, but for a few months I did do like a push-pull lift kind of thing.
Okay.
And just trial and error, trying different things, but I like the weights a lot.
The weights a lot? Okay, what are some changes that you've seen with lifting weights? Obviously you start to get sore and experience things like that.
Oh yeah, just don't go too hard at first. I seen my husband struggle with that. He couldn't even move his arm.
It happens. I mean,
Like,
we've
at
all
all.
been there, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, but I just take it slow. Don't do the same workout every day. I learned that. My cousin would tell me, do squats every day and like do your legs every day if that's what you really want to work on. I'm like, okay, go to the gym, squats every day. I can't move.
Right.
And then I don't feel like, my husband was telling me that he doesn't feel like doing that every day will work because your muscles don't grow because they're not
Right, so your muscles
they need
a recovery
like,
period. A recovery period, yeah, because there's such thing as working out too much.
Yeah.
And so you always want to make sure that soreness period, you generally want to rest. So for me, I don't work out any more than 4 times a week. And I don't work out any more than 2 days in a row. Very rarely do I work 3 days in a row. But that's just kind of what works for me and everything.
Yeah, I had to learn how to like what not to do too much and like different things every day. I didn't know that.
Right.
Which is something you'd think, yeah, you do different things every day, but people tell you different things.
For sure. So we're